Leiden, the city of youthful dreams and hopes. It is here that our story begins, in a modest Dutch household of the late 16th century, where Rembrandt van Rijn was born. He was nurtured in a middle-class family that instilled in him the values for his journey ahead. Young Rembrandt was introduced to painting by his father. His curious eyes sparkled as the brush danced on the canvas in the intimate setting of his room. It was a sight of pure wonder and curiosity. With dreams in his eyes and a bag full of painting supplies, young Rembrandt left Leiden for Amsterdam. His journey was nothing short of a hopeful endeavor, looking towards a future of opportunities. Under the calm atmosphere of a painter's studio, Rembrandt learned the intricate details of painting. His instructor, Peter Lastman, did not just teach him how to hold a brush, but how to embed feelings within his strokes. The first commission dawned upon Rembrandt as he met a wealthy merchant amidst the hustle and bustle of Amsterdam. Excitement seeped through the mixed elements of wealth and simplicity as he looked towards a canvas ready to be graced by his art. Rembrandt's studio was a place where chaos and tranquility coexisted. A canvas, paints, brushes, and sketches scattered around as he started his initial studies for the night watch. His eyes gleamed with intensity, fixated on creating a masterpiece. Happiness surrounded Rembrandt as he tied the knot with Saskia. Their wedding ceremony took place in a 17th century Dutch church, bringing forth a joyous atmosphere filled with mirth, resonance of the wedding march, and church bells ringing. Rembrandt's family grew as he and Saskia were blessed with a baby. Within the walls of their home, filled with soft daylight, lingered the sound of soft cooing and joyous music as they welcomed their new member. Life took a turn as Saskia's health deteriorated. Gloomy shadows filled the room where Saskia laid. The air was heavy with worry as Rembrandt stayed by her side. Despair filled the air as Rembrandt mourned the heartbreaking death of Saskia. In the dim light of a fading sunset, he stood in the solemn graveyard, his heart echoing with grief. Life, however, had different plans as Geertje Dirk walked into Rembrandt's life. A hesitant and cautious intimacy bloomed amidst the busy Amsterdam market. Unfortunately, the bliss was short-lived, as Rembrandt found himself in a legal hassle with Geertje. Confessions were made, and accusations were thrown under the harsh lighting of the 17th century courtroom. A new chapter began with the entrance of Hendrikje in Rembrandt's life. Amidst soft brushes and bright colors, their relationship bloomed in the relaxed atmosphere of his shop. However, as life unfolded, Rembrandt faced financial troubles which led to the auction of his art pieces. The atmosphere reeked of despair as his possessions were auctioned off in a marketplace. Though bankruptcy marked a tough phase, Rembrandt, supported by Hendrikje, moved into a small rented home in Jordan. A soothing melody painted the strength and hope they held for a fresh start. Rembrandt was again enveloped in solitude after the death of Hendrikje. As night fell, the empty studio beckoned him into a world he was all too familiar with. Despite loneliness, Rembrandt found solace in creating self-portraits. Each stroke of the brush, each mix of colors, was like a compass navigating him deeper into his soul. Sadly, Rembrandt's health began to falter. As his body grew frail, pain echoed through his artwork, each piece resonating with his struggle. Despite failing health, Rembrandt was determined to complete the Jewish Bride. Each stroke filled with a stoic determination that resonated in the serene morning light. In the twilight of his life, Rembrandt made peace with his past and dedicated his life to creating masterpieces. His final labor of love was the Jewish Bride, each detailed stroke mirroring his contentment with life. As a soft afternoon light filled his humble home, Rembrandt spent his last days surrounded by his own creations, a testament to a life lived with passion. In a dimly lit room, surrounded by his life's work, Rembrandt breathed his last. With his death, the art world lost a legend. As the news of his death spread, the townsfolk poured into the church, not only to mourn the artist's departure, but also to celebrate his life and work. As the story ends, we take you through a grand art gallery displaying Rembrandt's works. His remarkable masterpieces, filled with emotional honesty and rich in details, continue to inspire, influence, and illuminate the world of art even today.